Welcome to this guided meditation practice. Today we are going to practice something called Tonglen. And Tonglen literally means a taking in and a letting go of. What we are going to take in is the experience of suffering that we ourselves may be experiencing or those around us may be experiencing. We are going to take in the suffering of the world. We are going to hold it for a few seconds, and then we are going to let it go, breathing it out into the spaciousness of all there is. This practice has been done for centuries in the help of alleviating suffering in the world. As in any meditation practice, I'm going to encourage you, first of all, to find a space where you can be alone, undisturbed, and as free from distractions as possible. I'm going to encourage you to find a comfortable position to sit in, with the spine erect but relaxed. You can sit on the floor if you choose to, on a cushion in a cross-legged position, lotus or easy pose, but do not feel like you have to sit like that. I myself prefer to sit in a chair for many of these meditations. If you are sitting on a cushion on the floor, please make sure your knees are lower than your hip and your spine is relaxed, but most importantly, that you are comfortable. If you're sitting in a chair, please move to the edge of the chair so you're not tempted to lean against the back. Feel your feet firmly on the ground as you sit. And when you're ready, gently place both your hands on your lap with the palms facing upward towards the sky. If and when you are ready, you can close your eyes. Closing the eyes helps us to eliminate some of the distractions from our outside world and helps us to focus on our inside one. For the next little bit, remind yourself that there's nothing you have to do and nowhere you have to go. We will begin by feeling our contact points touching the earth, as a gentle pull and push of gravity keeps us in place. If you're sitting in the chair, feel the soles of your feet making contact with the ground. Feel your sits bones on the seat. If you're sitting on a cushion, feel your sits bones on the cushion, your knees, your ankles on the mat or the floor. We are going to move towards the breath. If you are able, I'm going to encourage you to breathe in and out through the nose. But if you're unable to do that, you can breathe out through the mouth. We will begin by taking a nice, slow breath in deeply, holding it, and breathing out completely and fully. Breathing in again slowly and deeply, holding it for a second, and breathing out slowly, fully, completely. One more time. We are now going to allow our breath to fall into its normal rhythm, its normal rate, as we simply observe it. No longer trying to control it or force it, just notice it in its natural rhythm, in its natural flow. Briefly observe the state of your mind. If your mind is full and busy with thoughts, worries, have-tos and should-haves, with all kinds of things you have to do or didn't do, that's okay. No judgment, no labeling, no resistance, no getting caught up in the story. Just notice it all as thinking. And continue to do that when thoughts arise throughout this practice. Just group them together and call it thinking. The busier the mind, the more we'll move our attention away from its filter, the brain. We want to be further away from the brain if the mind is busy. So we'll bring our attention, if that's the case, to the belly, feeling the rise of the belly on every in-breath and the fall of the belly back towards the lower back with every exhale. You can place a hand on your belly if that makes awareness of the rise and fall easier for you. But you do not have to do that. In fact, you don't have to do anything. It's all your choice. You are in charge of your experience here. I am just offering guidance and suggestion. If, on the other hand, you find yourself sleepy and drowsy, wanting to fall asleep, you can bring your intention, instead of the belly, closer to the brain by focusing on the air going in and out of the nostrils. You determine what works best for you. Let's take a few breaths in and out, feeling the air go from the nostrils and all the way to the bottom of the lungs, holding it, then out from the bottom of the lungs through the nostrils or mouth. If you are focusing on the belly, with every breath in, feel the belly rise, and with every breath out, feel it fall. If you're focusing on the nostrils, feel the air going in one nostril, then out that nostril. Then on the next breath, alternate. As we breathe in, I want you to become aware of this moment and what is in it. And as you breathe out, I want you to soften, relax, and release. In breath, we breathe in awareness. Out breath, we soften, relax, release. In breath, awareness. Out breath, softening. In breath, awareness. Out breath, softening. Take a few breaths in that way now. Now we're going to bring our attention to our environment. Gently, very gently, I want you to experience what's happening around you. With your eyes closed, you're reducing visual stimuli. But can you see anything with your eyes closed? Can you notice any colors or shades or light? Now pay attention to what you're hearing. What are you hearing as you sit in the space you are in? Are there noises in the background besides the sound of my voice? Can you hear the faint play of music? Can you hear anything in my environment that might be coming to your attention? Even though we're in a place of minimum distraction, life is still happening all around us. Can you hear it? Vibrating, moving. Without naming, labeling, or judging anything you hear or sense, just notice and allow. Can you smell anything? Can you taste anything? No need to name, label, or judge, just notice. Can you feel the temperature of your space and how your skin is responding to it? Can you feel your clothing against you, against your skin? Once again, notice the cushion or the chair beneath you. Just notice and allow. Again, as we breathe in, I want you to become aware of this moment and what is in it. And as you breathe out, I want you to soften, relax, and release. Let's scan the body from feet to head. I will mention the body area that I want you to pay attention to. And as you breathe in with attention on that area, become aware of whatever sensations are there, without naming, labeling, or judging, just noticing and allowing. And as you breathe out, I want you to feel the softening in that area, relaxing into what is, and allowing a release of whatever needs to be released to naturally occur. We will start with the feet. Breathing in awareness to the feet and whatever sensations are there. Just notice. And breathing out a softening in the feet, a relaxing and a releasing. Once again. Next, we'll pull our attention on the shins, the calves, and the knees. Breathing in awareness and breathing out a softening, relaxing and releasing. Again. Remember to allow the breath to flow in the natural way it is inclined to flow, without forcing or controlling. Bring your attention to the thighs, the groins, and the hamstring muscles at the back of the upper legs. Breathe in awareness of these areas, noticing whatever is there. Breathing out the softening, relaxing, and releasing. Again. Put your attention on the pelvis, the hips, the buttocks, the sits bones. Breathing in awareness of the sensations that are occurring without judging or labeling or naming. And breathing out the softening, the relaxing, and the releasing. Please do that again. We're going to bring our attention now to the lower back and the belly. Breathing in awareness. Be extra mindful of the rise of the belly on the in-breath. And breathing out the softening, releasing, relaxing as you feel the belly fall in toward the lower back. I'll do that again. Now we'll bring our attention to the upper back, the muscles around the shoulder blades and the chest, breathing in awareness, noticing whatever sensations are there, and breathing out the softening. Repeat that again, being very mindful of the sensations and allowing them. Shoulders and the upper arms, breathing in awareness of whatever is in the shoulders and the upper arms, noticing, allowing, and breathing out a softening, a relaxing, and a releasing. Repeat that again. We'll bring our attention to the lower arms, the elbows, the hands, the fingers. Breathing in awareness of sensations in those areas. And breathing out a softening, a relaxing, a releasing. Let's repeat that again. Now we're going to put our attention on the forearm, all the way up to the armpit and back to the shoulders. Breathing in awareness of sensation. Breathing out a softening. Repeat that again when you're ready. Let's go to the throat and the neck where we hold so much tension. Breathing in that awareness of whatever is there. And breathing out a softening, a relaxing, a releasing. Let's repeat that again. Bring your attention to the back of the head, the top of the head, the scalp. Breathing in awareness of any sensations that are there, and breathing out a softening. Repeat that again. Next, we'll go to the brow, the eyes, the muscles around the eyes, the eyelids. Just noticing, breathing in awareness, noticing sensations, allowing whatever's there to be there, and breathing out a softening. And you can repeat that again when you're ready. Go to the cheeks, the mouth, the jaw. Allow the mouth to fall slightly open, the teeth to part, and feel the jaw and all the remaining muscles of your face open and relax. Breathing in awareness of whatever is there, allowing without judgment, and breathing out a softening, a relaxing, and a releasing. And you can repeat that again when you're ready. And then we're going to feel the whole body softening and relaxing and releasing with every exhale we take. Breathing in awareness, breathing out a softening, relaxing and releasing. We're going to bring our attention to the inner body, to all the organs, to all the trillions of cells that work together to keep us here. See if you can hear your breath as you breathe in through your body. Listen for it. Listen for the heartbeat. Feel the heart vibrating in your chest. Feel it opening in acceptance of what is. Breathing in awareness and breathing out a softening, relaxing and releasing. Next, see if you can feel the energy. You can call it chi or shakti or kundalini or spirit. It doesn't matter, they're all just names. Moving, tingling, vibrating through every inch of your body and beyond. Put your attention on the palms of your hands. Notice if you can feel that vibration. How do you even know you have hands and where they are when your eyes are closed? Can you feel the energy there? Breathing in awareness, breathing out a softening, relaxing and releasing. At this point, you might be feeling pretty relaxed. We are ready to proceed to the next level, if you are comfortable and if you are ready. In this relaxed, open, and accepting state, if and only if you feel ready, we are going to imagine and allow that which the mind might judge as challenging, painful, difficult, to come to our conscious awareness so that we can filter and transmute suffering for ourselves and other beings. We are going to break through conditioned ways of reacting to life by imagining or calling up from the stored recesses of our psyches details of sufferings that we've experienced in others and ourselves, without pulling away, pushing away or down, without tensing up in resistance to it. We are going to allow suffering to blow right through us, like a storm full of wind and fury maybe, full of heaviness and darkness, knowing, however, that like all storms, it too will pass. On the breath in, we will open a window so that it can blow in while we notice it, observe it, wrap it in mindfulness, kindness, and compassion. We will experience it, And then on the out-breath, we open another window so it can, in its weakened and spent form, blow out to the infinite space that is always ready to receive it. We will embrace suffering like we are embracing a confused and frightened toddler that needs to be held. And when it has lost its fury, we release it lovingly back to that from which it came. We are going to learn to soften, relax, and release to life by embracing the unpleasant, the painful, and the suffering in ourselves and others, and by letting it go. We will momentarily feel the storm, yes, the heaviness and the darkness, but with compassion and loving kindness, we will also feel the lightness and the light that acceptance and understanding provides. The more we practice, the easier this will be to do. We are freeing ourselves each and every time we take this practice. We are freeing others from our tendency to repress and suppress that which is painful. We are taking part in healing the world, one breath at a time. Start with imagining someone, or an animal if you prefer, that you really love who is suffering at this present time. A being you really wish you could help. They could be suffering from illness or physical pain, or they could be suffering from mental illness or emotional, psychological, or social pain. Picture this being fully. Notice how they look and how they speak, how they move. Imagine holding that being in your arms, if that feels comfortable for you. If not, imagine yourself approaching them in their suffering state with your heart and body open to receive. Picture and sense the degree of their pain. Now, as you are thinking of this personal animal, you are going to breathe in that storm of suffering. Your breath is the window, allowing the suffering in. Breathe in now the awareness of wind, the fury, the darkness and heaviness. Allow it, experience it, embrace it, and then breathe it out fully. Your out-breath is the open window that allows this person's suffering to be released to the infinite blue expanse of sky and space from where it came. Breathing in darkness now, breathing it in, and breathing out light, breathing out all that is free. Breathing in heaviness, breathing out lightness. Breathing in suffering, breathing out relief. Imagine everything getting dark and heavy in this room with every in-breath you take. Relax and release into that darkness. Imagine the light then, filling the spaces of that mental room with every exhale. Smile into that light. If you were envisioning this person or animal that you love in your arms, feel the tension leaving their body. Feel them softening, relaxing, and releasing in your arms. If you are simply envisioning standing close to them, imagine the non-verbal cues of relief taking over their bodies. See them in your mind's eye straightening up, shoulders dropping away from ears, eyes becoming bright, and a smile filling their face. If it is an animal, you can envision them wagging their tail or whatever sign of happiness this animal would normally show. So breathing in the suffering, breathing out relief from suffering. Continue doing that for a few moments. after a few breaths of breathing in their suffering and breathing out their freedom from suffering, I want you to wish this being well by simply saying, "May you be well. May you and all beings be free from suffering." Then we are going to envision other beings we know who are similar to this being, or who have been suffering the same way this being has been suffering, or in a way that is similar to it. Imagine as many beings as you can suffering in this way. Then see them in their suffering. Approach them in the way that is comfortable for you. Breathe in that dark, heavy storm. Feel that darkness. And then softening, relaxing, and releasing it with every breath out you take. See it become a weakened form of that which you breathed in on every exhale, being breathed and released into the blue and clear sky. Breathe in their suffering. Feel it. Breathe out their freedom from suffering. Breathe in heaviness. Breathe out lightness. Wrap that suffering as you breathe in acceptance, mindfulness, and understanding. And as you breathe it out, feel the healing, kindness, and compassion surrounding that suffering and surrounding these beings. See them healing. See them freeing themselves from suffering. Continue to breathe like that for a few moments. And then when you're ready to let their suffering and this vision of them go, wish them well. May you be well. May you and all beings be free from suffering. Now envision even more beings suffering from that condition or from other things. Generalize suffering as suffering. Imagine how whole populations in this world are suffering for one reason or another. Don't judge or analyze the unnecessary cause for it. Just see that suffering. Approach that suffering in a way that is comfortable for you. Be willing to feel that suffering. Breathe in that storm, that darkness, that heaviness of population suffering. Wrap the arms of mindfulness around it. Fill it with compassion and kindness. And then breathe out the weakened form of it into the spacious blue sky that willingly accepts all of this. Continue to focus there for a while as you breathe in suffering and breathe out relief from suffering. Then when you're ready to let these population images go, when you're ready to let that suffering go, wish all the world, may you be well. May you and all beings be free from suffering. Then we're going to envision ourselves experiencing similar suffering, drawing up from what we are experiencing now or have experienced in the past, that which we might have tried to push away or down away from our conscious awareness because it was uncomfortable, that which we might have tensed up against in resistance. We are now going to open the window and allow whatever is there to blow in, wrapping arms of mindfulness and awareness around it on the in-breath. softening and relaxing and releasing with the out-breath. The same compassion we showed for others who were suffering, we will now show for ourselves and for our own suffering. Breathing in that darkness and that heaviness, lovingly, kindly allowing it, breathing out a relief from suffering. Even if it's only a tiny bit of relief we're getting at this point of our practice, it's okay. Breathing in an allowance of what is, and breathing out our attachment to it. Watching it as the blue, spacious sky accepts it. Stay here for a few moments, breathing in your suffering and breathing out with compassion and kindness, relief from suffering. And when you're ready to let that go, gently say to yourself, may you be well. May you and all beings be free from suffering. Now see yourself and all beings connected and interdependent, all capable of experiencing suffering and all capable of experiencing freedom from suffering. Feel compassion for yourself, for those you loved, for all others in this world that are suffering, and for the entire world. May all be free from suffering. We're going to start to gradually come back now. We're going to come back to awareness of breath in the body. Feel the air going into the body and out of the body. Feeling the abdomen rise and fall and the sensation of air going in and out of the nostrils. Feel your body, the contact points on the chair or cushion. Feel your environment, sensing and hearing what is around you. Wiggle your toes, your fingers, your shoulders. Take another deep breath and then slowly exhale any tension that may be still in you. And smile. Smile to the relief of suffering. When you are ready, and only when you are ready, slowly and gradually open your eyes. Bringing more compassion and kindness to yourself and all beings around you. May you be well. May you and all beings be free from suffering.